the part 2 of project data analytics. In this part, we will learn how the data is stored in Primavera in the form of schema, and then we will develop the data source for data structuring. So let's move to the part 2. So I'm in P6. Here I will be telling you how data is stored in P6 in the form of schemas. So first I will recall the definition of a schema. Anything arranged in any specific order is a schema. In schema we have three types of schemas. In data warehouse we have three types of schema: star schema, snowflake schema and galaxy schema. So now we will see how the P6 data is stored. We need to find out whether it's a star schema, galaxy schema or snowflake schema. So let's assume we have a star schema. So what is present in star schema? So in star schema we know that there are two types of tables, the fact tables and the dimension tables. So if we recall the definition of fact table, which we learned in the part 1, fact table has at least one column which has unique values. So let's see how P6 deals with such definition. So if I go here in this tab, which is activities tab, and you need to see what is happening now. If I copy this data, this activity ID, and if I try to paste this activity ID here and press enter, see what message we receive. The value you have entered for activity ID is not unique. Please enter the unique value. So that means this activity ID is not allowing me to repeat itself. So that means this activity ID must be unique. So if we recall and if we connect the definition, so anything which is unique, any column which has unique values becomes the primary key. So that means activity ID is a primary key, and any primary key which is present in any specific table becomes the fact table. So by this definition, now we know that this activities is a fact table and this activity ID is a primary key. So what else P6 have? Let's say we will navigate the other tables. Let's say this is the resource assignment. These are the most used tables in P6. So let's see here. First, I will just remove this layout so that we understand everything easily. Okay, so if I try to make, for example, this is the activity ID, and if I see this activity ID is now repeating here 3 times, 1, 2 and 3 times. So that means any activity, any primary key, we know that this activity ID is a primary key. How? Because we saw it here, it was not repeating, so it became a primary key. And if anything is primary, it is a fact table. So we went in another table. We do not know the nature of this table. We just saw that this activity ID is repeating 1, 2, 3 times here. So that means if a primary key is repeating, if we connect the definition, if a primary key start repeating, it becomes a foreign key. So this is now a foreign key. If anything which is a foreign key and it's present in any table, that table becomes a dimension table. So now we know that resource assignment is a dimension table, and this activity ID, if we are looking in the activity ID in resource assignment tab, so this is a foreign key. If the same activity ID, if you are looking this in activities tab, it becomes a primary key. So that means primary key is connected with the foreign key through activity IDs. So we develop this understanding. So what else do we have? Let's see, we will navigate this tab, resource. So if I go here, we have so many tabs. So let's say resource tab. If I copy this resource ID and if I paste it here and press enter, see what it says, the value entered for resource ID must be unique. So that means resource ID is also a primary key, because resource ID is not allowing me to repeat. So that means resource ID is a primary key. So primary key is always present in a fact table. So now we know that resources are the fact table, activities are the fact table, resource assignments are the dimension tables. So that's how we can analyze that the schemas which is present in P6 are arranged in a way that the activities becomes the primary key and fact table, resource becomes the primary key, resource ID becomes the primary key and fact table, resource assignment becomes foreign key and the fact table. We also learned that the primary key has so many attributes, or we call them the dimensions of the primary key. So this whole window is represented by the primary key, which is activity ID. If activity ID is not here, that means nothing is here, nothing exists. So anything which is beside this activity ID column is called the attribute of this activity ID or the dimension of this activity ID. So by this definition, we can say that the activity ID name is an attribute or it's a dimension of activity ID, which is a primary key. Original duration, baseline date, start date, finish date, budgeted unit, baseline unit, any value which can come here is an attribute or a dimension of this activity ID. So activity ID is kind of parent or the you can say representative of this fact table, and all other information is the attribute or dimension of this activity ID, which is a primary key.